The wrestling world has witnessed John Cena's farewell match on WWE's edition of Saturday Night's Main Event in Washington, D.C. John competed in his final wrestling match against the ring general, Gunther. At the end of the match, John eventually tapped out to Gunther, marking the end of his career. I know there are a lot of outrageous fans who are not happy about the result of John Cena's final match. This is like the same reaction as WrestleMania 30, where Brock Lesnar conquered The Undertaker's undefeated streak. What's funny about the ending of John Cena's final match is that people are blaming on Triple H's terrible booking.
Fuck you, Hunter! Fuck you, Hunter!
Get used to this truth. Not everyone knows exactly what's happening behind the scenes unless WWE tells you about it, courtesy of the future season of WWE Unreal, which is the Netflix show that is based on what's happening behind the scenes and inside WWE's top secret. John Cena reportedly made his decision to tap out to Gunther. Here's a poetic truth. John Cena was a Superman and has been the face of the company for 2 decades. His body broke down as he got older. He has nothing else left to prove and give. The smile on his face really shows that my time is up, your time is now. He has done everything that he has accomplished in the WWE just before he tapped out to the sleeper hold. This is something that the fans are pointing out about this ending. It was the same submission move which Gunther once tapped out to Jey Uso at WrestleMania 41 earlier this year, or even that one time where he tapped out to Ilya Dragunov from NXT TakeOver 2021. The real difference is that Gunther tapped out from the pain that he could not handle while getting choked out in the middle of the ring. Logically, John Cena would have passed out to the submission move, much like other moments where John Cena passed out from a submission move. Days before John Cena's final match, Gunther cut a promo where he wanted to make John Cena tap out, but instead, John didn't force himself to give up from the pain he was suffering, but rather decided to give up peacefully. There's a huge difference between being forced to give up from the pain and deciding to give up peacefully. I know this is not the ending that everyone wants to see compared to other remarkable farewell matches from wrestlers like Sting, Trish Stratus, Edge, Batista, Shawn Michaels, and others. Speaking of Shawn Michaels, I don't count on his last match in Saudi Arabia, which is something that nobody asked for. I kid you not, there are some bad examples of farewell matches, names like Kurt Angle, Bill Goldberg, Sabu, and freaking Ric Flair from 2022. No, just no. From the true WWE fans' perspective, Ric Flair's true last match was back in WrestleMania 24, where Shawn Michaels ended his career. It was completely unnecessary to see Ric Flair coming out of his retirement for his TNA run from 2010 to 2012 and his freaking last match in 2022. Let's hope that John Cena doesn't come out of retirement and make the same mistake. The point is, not all wrestlers would have the career ending that they wanted, and not everyone would have a happy ending that they wanted. Initially, I was not happy about the way John Cena lost the match, but the more I think about it deeply, it's very understandable about the real explanation behind this heartbreaking moment. John Cena truly made his bold move, ending his in-ring career on his own terms and accepting the fact that he is truly done with pro wrestling. Oh, and this is something that I wanted to bring up. I made a bold prediction video last year about who should face John Cena in 2025, and I said Gunther should face John Cena, and I predicted that John Cena is most likely going to tap out to Gunther in the middle of the ring. I know a lot of Cena fans will hate this, It would be a huge shocking moment to see Gunther putting John Cena in a huge submission move that could make John tap out for the first time in 20 years. John has tapped out multiple times to Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit. Man, I hate to be the guy who actually predicted the future, especially as a huge Cena fan. Here's my thoughts on John Cena. I've been a fan of him ever since I was a little kid when he won the WWE Championship. I became a huge fan of him while he was the WWE Champion for 380 days. He was one of my personal favorite wrestlers next to Dave Bautista, as these two guys were the sole reasons I started watching wrestling full time. I know countless people are not huge fans of John Cena, but let me say this. If it wasn't for John Cena on my TV screen, I don't think I would have a much interest in watching pro wrestling, or should I say sports entertainment. All I can say is that it really grew on me, and I'm grateful that I got into pro wrestling for the better part of enjoyment and entertainment. Nevertheless, John Cena is undoubtedly the greatest of all time, and I'm grateful that he was the sole reason for me to get into the pro wrestling genre. From what I noticed watching this show, everyone in the locker room and backstage, including legends, superstars, and workers, came out and said their farewell thank you to the greatest of all time. But sadly, not everyone came and attended John Cena's farewell match due to circumstances. Like Randy Orton, one of John Cena's biggest rivals, was stuck in Saudi Arabia for the grand opening of Mr. Beastland, as well as promoting WWE Royal Rumble.
Oh,
that's fucking great. I'm supposed to be in DC wrestling Gunther,
right, this
but
is last
apparently
match today, everyone.
I decided to retire. I'm gonna go to Hollywood.
And I'm sure not everyone is happy about it, am I right? Oh yeah, speaking of the boos, it's so crazy to hear the crowd showing their frustration about the current standpoint of where WWE is at right now. People are not afraid to show their negativity and criticism towards the game Triple H, Paul Levesque, especially the company itself. Honestly, I know it can be really ridiculous to hear a lot more about TKO's financial decisions and creative decision at the same time. Personally, I'm not really the biggest fan of what WWE is doing right now, but I was only impressed with some parts that I really liked it the most. But yes, I was glad that I bought the ticket just 5 days before the show, despite how expensive the ringside seat really was. Understand this, it was initially expensive for at least $10,000 until the price dropped it by about 75 to 80%. It was really worth it to watch John Cena's farewell match in real life, but at least I got to keep the ringside chair as a souvenir and bought a tremendous haul of merchandise from the Superstore. In my personal thought, it was so cool to meet up with some great people around me. I've got to witness John Cena's final moment live in Washington DC among the attendance of 19,232 in the sold-out Capital One Arena. Surprisingly, this was actually my very first time, and certainly the last time, witnessing John Cena in-ring competition. All in all, it was so great to have other matches and segments throughout the whole show, and it was great to see them be part of this historical event, and it was really worth it. Let me know what you think of John Cena's farewell match as well as his farewell tour by leaving your thoughts in a comment down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the latest content on YouTube. And also, hit the hype button for your great support. Other than that, thank you for watching, and thank you John Cena for your tremendous WWE career. Like I said earlier, if it wasn't for John Cena, I would never be a wrestling fan that I am today. Thank you again, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.